the cost impact of an ERP implementation should never be assessed on a one-time basis or a one-year basis. So it is always advisable to look at your ERP cost over a period of 5 years, or if possible over a period of 7 years. So we call this as total cost of ownership. So TCO over a period of 5 years is very advisable. So your first year will have all the upfront payments or one-time payment, and your second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year needs to have all your recurring payments. On top of this, make sure that you also build the expense for scalability, which is, as every business grows, your number of licenses would increase. So it is always advisable that you factor in a 10% growth on the number of users or number of licenses over a period of year. So that is as far as number of licenses is concerned. The database might grow in size. So every 2 years, try to factor in about 10% of the initial cost as the size of database growth cost. When it comes to third-party add-ons and license, you might or you might not require it, but it is always advisable over a period of 5 years, you'll end up buying any new add-ons or any new third-party applications. So always factor in another 20% for add-ons and third-party applications. And then when it comes to AMC, it will be a recurring cost, but make sure that because your license is growing at 10% every year, so you will also have to increase your AMC cost. So you will also have to increase that in your TCO. Then when it comes to consulting is always one time, so it doesn't recur. So it will only be available in the first year. When it comes to customization, you might have major customizations completed in year 1, but over a period of time, when the users start using ERP, there might be customization requirement which comes. So it is always an healthy practice to include about 10% customization expenses year on year. When it comes to integration, this is very rare. If it doesn't get identified in year 1, it might not get identified in the consecutive year. There might be chances of integration. If you as a person who knows how the business runs, then always have a room for integration. And then as far as coming to hardware is concerned, hardware generally finalized at the beginning of the project would hold good for 5 years. That's how hardware purchase and procurement are done. There are very rare chances that you would go in for an hardware price increase or expenses incurred in the future. So you can avoid any expenses for hardware. But if you still want to add something, like you want to add you want to increase memory or you want to increase disk space, then you can always add another 10 to 15% to hardware cost. When you do this, what happens is you got a 5-year TCO, total cost of ownership, with the scalability factor keyed in, and then you get to see the total cost of implementing and running an ERP over a period of 5 years. Now, this is exactly how you need to analyze the cost impact of ERP. You shouldn't look at ERP as a one-time cost or as a first-year cost. You will have to analyze it over a period of 5 years, because there are some ERPs which to begin with would sound less in cost, but as you go further in the years, you would incur more cost. So it is always advisable, look at the cost of ownership over a period of 5 years. So for getting this template, we have given you a link in this video and the email ID. You can always mail us and get this template from us. Thank you, and see you in my next video.